So once you get the energy audited by some accredited energy auditor firm, there's a now actions. There's a actions to take the plan. We have to take the actions. For that, some planning has to be done. So energy actions and the planning is the next topic. Now come to the important topic for exams. There are many tools which helps to implement. That's a PIS, Kaizen, small group activities, TPM, TQM, ISO 50000. In exam, you will see that they will ask, please explain the 5S. Okay, so 5S is basically a Japanese technology. There are Japanese word 5S. The first S is Seri, that is housekeeping. Housekeeping. It's nothing but separate the needed items from unneeded items and keep only what is immediately required items on the shop floor. This files can help us at our home also. It's a second S is set on. It's a workplace organizations. Organize the workplace so that needed items can be easily and quickly accessed. A place for everything and everything is in place. Third S is a session, that is cleanup. It's a sweeping, washing and cleaning everything around the working area after the completion of the work. Fourth, Shiketsu, cleanliness, keep everything clean at a constant state of readiness. And Sitseku, that is a discipline. Everyone understands, obeys and practice. Everyone understands, obeys and practices the rules within the plan to give more importance to the cleanliness. The benefits with the fires, it will PQ serious, that is, it will increase the productivity, improve the product quality, reduce the manufacturing cost, ensure time delivery, and safe working environment. And this is the methodology through which fires can be implemented. That is once again plan, do, check, and actions. There are some planning actions, organize the program, develop a plan. No, Japanese word is not in the exams. If you can remember, it's okay. Otherwise, you just remember our Indian words. FIS, you just explain. The ultimate objective is to give what you should understand what FIS is mean. But definitely FIS, not Japanese word, but our Indian words, you have to explain what are the actions needs to be done in that FIS. Then there is the training and educations. Everyone, these are the planning actions. Then everyone practices housekeeping and cleanup. Everyone practice workplace organizations. So they organize the workplace. So that's a do, and then there is a checking, evaluate with the third party or even in the cross teams, and recognize the department or you can say team within the departments. Take corrective actions. Then there's a second methodology or tool. You can say it's a Kaizen. Kaizen is once again a Japanese word. If I break, Kai means change and Zen is a good practice. So Kaizen is a change or for the better or continual improvement. That's involving managers and worker managers. How to implement? So identification of a problem. This works on solutions of any problem. So identify a problem, either waste, defect, or something that goes wrong. The operator writes and describes the problems. Operator later develop an improvement idea. Maybe operator or is a senior of that, and goes to the immediate supervisors. And then either supervisor or you can say which consists of that's a Kaizen team consists including supervisors will review and encourage to take immediate actions and fill a Kaizen form which will be implemented and checked. The creator will be the operator will be rewarded, and this is the Kaizen form. Then there is some small group activities like planning and implementation of SGA, administration of small groups, and solving some energy consumption problems. So these are some small group activities. There is a TPM, that is total productive maintenance. This is also been asked in the exam. Explain what do you mean by TPM. So TPM is basically total productive maintenance. It's a method that focuses on optimizing the effectiveness of manufacturing equipment. TPM builds upon the established equipment management approaches and focuses on team-based maintenance that involves employees at every level and function. And the goal of the TPM is to build the robust organizations by maximizing production system efficiency. TPM addresses the entire production system lifecycle and builds a concrete shop floor based system to prevent all losses. It aims to eliminate the accidents, defects, or breakdowns. That involves all departments from productions to development, including sales or admin. Everyone participates from top executive to shop floor employees. TPM achieves zero losses through overlapping team activities. There are six big losses that leads to equipment inefficiency, like breakdown, setup and adjustment loss, idling or minor stoppages. These are the uh, big loss that will lead to system inefficiency, energy incremental, reduce speed defects and rework, start as well as many times starts up and stops, like reheating furnace. As many times if you starts and stops, there's a cool down time as well as there's a light up time. So a lot of energy will be being wasted during startup time because it won't give the initial output at the time of startup. There are four strategies for integrating energy reduction efforts into TPM to improve the energy and equipment efficiency in any facilities. That is, integrate energy reductions opportunities into autonomous maintenance activities, train the employees how to identify energy waste so that energy efficiency of the equipment can be improved, conduct Kaizen, conduct Kaizen events on the energy so that system can be more efficient, build energy efficiency best practices into systems for management of safety, health, and environmental issues. This is not that. Okay. Now, some of the checklists for different system will give you some. This will give you some idea, like combustion system. So, how these are some checklists to reduce the energy for combustion system. First, operate furnace or you can say boilers at or close to design capacity. Reduce the excess air used for combustions. So measure the oxygen percentage in the flue gas. Clean heat transfer surfaces. Reduce radiation losses from openings. Use proper furnace or boiler insulations to reduce the wall heat loss. Install air preheater or other heat recovery equipment so that efficiency can be increased by increasing the air temperature going for combustions, or we can reduce the environment concern, that is a stack flue gas which is living from the stack, that temperature can be reduced. Same way for some steam generator systems, improve the water treatment to minimize blowdown so that water as well as it's high energy saturated water, there is a lot of energy that can be saved. Optimize the deaerator vent rate, repair steam leaks, minimize vented steam, implement effective steam trap maintenance program for HVAC or you can say heating system, minimize air leakage into the furnace by sealing opening, maintain proper or slightly positive furnace so that the air infiltration, which is a very danger for metal which is being heated in the furnace, because the scale loss will increase. So rather than air infiltrations, if I maintain positive furnace little bit, the pressure of the furnace little bit positive, but not so high, somewhere around 2 Pascal, so that the outside air will not go inside, which will not create any nuisance for as a scale loss to the product. as well as if I keep so low pressure, that is the positive pressure will be as near to atmosphere, the heat loss through when the furnace gets open, the heat loss will be minimum. Reduce weight or eliminate material for handling fixtures, modify the furnace system or use a separate heating system to recover the furnace exhaust gas heat. So these are the few checklists to reduce the energy consumptions, energy usage. Then there is a one more tool, that's a TQM, Total Quality Management. It's a process for managing the quality. It works on the phrase that is doing the right things and right at the first time itself. The implementation of TQM must involve the following, that is involvement of all from worker to the top executives, management commitment, document it what you do and then do what you have documented. Effective strategic planning and informations management must be introduced. Then people satisfaction should be the first priority, because we know a satisfied person is motivated to do work in a better way. All employees should be committed to adhere to systems and procedures so that a quality culture is a regular affair. So motivational scheme, regular training and educational scheme should be regularly affair to sustain the interest in TQM. Then one more tool is a ISO 50000. It is same as many ISO like 9000, 18000 for safety. So ISO 50001 is a energy management system EMS, which is based on management system model on continual improvement. It establishes a framework for industrial plants, commercial facilities, and entire organizations to manage the energy. It enables an organizations to take a systematic approach in order to achieve continual improvement on energy performance or energy efficiency and energy conservation. Benefits of ISO 15001: a framework for integrating energy efficiency into management practices, making better use of existing energy consuming assets. Its benchmark, measures, and document as well as reports the energy intensity improvement and their projected impact on greenhouse gas reductions. It's a transparency and communication by the on the management on energy resource, energy management best practices and good energy management behavior. It evaluates and prioritizes the implementations of uh, new energy efficient technologies available in the market. It's a framework for promoting energy efficiency throughout the supply chain. So starting from, you can say, from customer to the end user, if we are the manufacturer. Energy management improvements in the contents of GHG emission, which is reductions projects. The configurations for the ISO 50001 is, this is what there are as per the ISO 50,000. There are some general requirements, management responsibility, then we have to define the energy policy, then there is a planning, having a legal and other requirements, set the targets with the action plan, then there is the implementation and operations, and find out the performance, checking performance, and review by the energy management system by top management as well as third party. Let's take one of the example of cement plant. The goal of the company is stated in the energy policy that let us reduce the energy use per output by 15% relative to the 2019 base year by December 2021. So that's the goal. Now, how to do that? That's the objective. So objectives, there can be several objectives to achieve this goal. Number one, reducing the coal consumptions by 10%. So obviously the energy users will reduce. So consumption by 10% by July 2021, reducing specific energy consumption of clinker from 85 kilowatt hour per ton to 80 kilowatt hour per ton by December 2021. Then there's a targets. The targets will be more specific and implying the actual energy consumption measures. The target should be under objective. Let's say number one objective is reducing coal consumption by 10%. So how to achieve that reductions in coal consumptions? First is reducing and controlling the excess air in the kiln with online and oxygen analyzers. So we have to monitor the excess air, and for that, online oxygen analyzer needs to be installed. Second task can be waste heat recovery from the clinker cooler exhaust. Third task, use of tires, waste tires to partially replace the coal firing in the kiln. So if I do these things, there is a possibility, there is a chance I will reduce the coal consumption by 10% at the end of the July 2021. Same way, there can be many objective tasks for objective B, like replacing inefficient row mill fan, modifying the compressor piping, providing VFD, replacing the pneumatic conveying with the bucket elevators. So these targets will help to achieve the objective B. Now, once the target, let's say A1, reducing and controlling excess air in the kiln with online oxygen analyzers, for that, some action plan will be decided. So objective is reduce the coal consumptions. That is a major objective. In that, the target is reducing the controlling excess air in the kiln with the online oxygen analyzers. Responsibility lies. This is one kind of the format which will follow in ISO 50001. It is saying what you do and doing what you say. The overall responsibility lies with the general manager of so-and-so department. Let's say in this case it's a kiln. Then what are the actions needs to be taken to achieve that target? Let's say identify the vendor for purchasing, then purchase, install and commission, and monitor. So identify vendor has to be by February 2020 by energy manager, raise the purchase and order by March, purchase manager. So responsibility will be defined for each actions and target will be given. And the total budget required to do is, let's say, 5 lakhs. So each a target will have a such action plan with time limit and the responsibility matrix. So that's about energy action plan and some of the MCQs. Like many MCQs will come from these chapters, and it's a theory because there are no much numericals from this. An analysis which helps to bring into focus the negative and positive forces in any organization is obviously it's a force field analysis. Because in a force field analysis, we'll find the barriers and the influence. Barriers are the negative force, influence are the positive force. It's a force field analysis. Having energy policy satisfies regulations, shows top management commitment, indicates energy audit skill, ensures ISO 50000 certifications. Having energy policy shows there's a top management commitment. The 4 pillars of successful energy management are: first, top management support, then there is a strategy plan, then there is a monitoring system, and then there is a technical ability. The strategy plan is missing. So, answer is strategy plan. In a force field analysis of energy action planning, one of the actions below does not fall under positive force. Does not fall under positive force. So, positive force means it's a influencing. High price of energy, availability of energy efficient technology, commitment of top management, lack of awareness. So obviously it's a lack of awareness because it's a negative force, it's a barrier.